In 2025, we are being called to step into a new era of human consciousness. The old paradigms are breaking down, and we are being invited to create a new way of living, one that is more aligned with our true nature, one that honors our interconnectedness, and one that celebrates the infinite potential that exists within each and every one of us. And here you are, in this moment, reading these words. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign that you are already on the path to creating this new reality for yourself. You are already winning, simply by choosing to engage with this message, by choosing to expand your consciousness, by choosing to open yourself up to the possibility of a new way of being. You have already made the decision to rise above the limitations of your past, and that is where true success begins. It's easy to get caught up in the external noise, the distractions, the opinions of others, the pressures of society, and forget that true success comes from within. It comes from the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the highest version of yourself. When you are aligned in this way, you become unstoppable. You no longer need to chase success because it will begin to flow to you effortlessly. The opportunities will present themselves, the people will show up, and the doors will open. And when that happens, you will look back and realize that everything you've ever wanted has always been available to you. You just had to shift your perception to see it. This is the power of your mind, your energy, and your consciousness. It's not about forcing things to happen or striving for something that is outside of your reach. It's about allowing yourself to become a magnet for the life you want to create. It's about trusting that you are already in the right place and that everything you need is already within you. So, let go of the idea that success is something you must achieve in the future. Let go of the belief that winning is something that will come later. Know that you are already winning right now, in this moment, simply by choosing to step into your power and embrace the limitless potential that lies within you. As you move forward in 2025, remember that you are not bound by your past. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are not limited by what you have experienced up until this point. You are a creator. You are a being of infinite potential, and you are already winning. The world is changing, and you are part of that change. The opportunities that await you are beyond what you can imagine. And, the most exciting part, you've already begun to attract them. The simple fact that you are reading these words means that you are already in alignment with the energy of success. You are already in the process of creating a reality that exceeds your wildest dreams. This is your time. This is your moment. And the best part is that you are already winning. The human mind is extraordinary. It's capable of far more than we've ever been taught to believe. Most people live their lives on autopilot, responding to external circumstances, reacting to what happens to them, and waiting for life to change before they change. But that's not the way of the empowered. The empowered individual understands that life doesn't happen to them. They create life through their thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's not always easy, of course. There are days when it feels like the world is against you, when the weight of your challenges seems insurmountable, when the path ahead feels unclear. But in those moments, you have an opportunity to tap into something even deeper, the recognition that you are not limited by your circumstances. Your external reality is simply a reflection of your inner world. The key to shifting your external world is to first change your inner world. The human brain is designed to be rewired. Neuroscience has shown us that the brain is not static, it's dynamic. It has the ability to form new neural connections, to adapt, and to evolve throughout our lives. This means that at any given moment, you have the power to rewire your brain and change the way you think, feel, and act. And the more you do this, the more you align yourself with the reality you desire. You are already winning because you are open to this possibility. You are open to the idea that you are not bound by your past or by the patterns of behavior that have defined you up until this point. You are open to the idea that you have the power to transcend your circumstances and create something new. And it's this openness, this willingness to embrace a higher level of consciousness that puts you on the path to true success. Success is not defined by how much you accumulate, how many goals you check off, or how much recognition you receive. True success is about living in alignment with who you truly are. It's about waking up each day with a sense of purpose, of being fully present in the moment, and of knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. When you live this way, when you are aligned with your highest self, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach suddenly become available to you. People who can support your growth and expansion begin to show up in your life. And the path that once seemed unclear begins to reveal itself. But to see this path, you must first learn to trust yourself. You must learn to trust that everything you need is already within you. Too often, we look outside ourselves for validation, for approval, for permission to be who we truly are. But the truth is, everything you seek is already within. The key is to trust that inner wisdom, that inner knowing, and to act on it. This trust is not something that happens overnight. It's a process. It's a journey of self-discovery, of letting go of the old programming that no longer serves you, and of embracing a new way of being. It requires courage, it requires commitment, and it requires the willingness to step into the unknown. But once you do, once you begin to trust yourself and align with your true purpose, the universe begins to respond. Seeing this message means you are already winning in 2025. That phrase in and of itself is an invitation. It is an invitation to see yourself in a new light, to recognize the limitless potential that lies within you. You've already taken the first step, and it's not by accident. It's no coincidence that you are reading these words right now. In fact, just by engaging with this message, you are activating something profound within yourself, something that has always been there, waiting for you to tap into it. In 2025, the game has already changed. You may have noticed it already, or perhaps you're just beginning to. The world is shifting in ways that we once thought impossible. We are no longer bound by the limitations we once thought were unmovable. The way we perceive reality, the way we understand our minds, and the way we interact with the energy around us is evolving. And you, in this moment, are already part of this evolution. What if I told you that this very moment could be the most powerful one you've ever experienced? That seeing this message isn't just about receiving words on a screen, but rather a signal, a sign that you're aligned with something far greater than yourself. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that winning is something that will happen later, something that requires effort or a specific set of conditions. But the truth is that winning doesn't start in the future. It begins right now, in the present moment, with a shift in your awareness. To understand this, we have to look beyond the physical realm for a moment. We live in a world of tangible things, of time and space, of cause and effect. Yet, there is a deeper, more expansive reality that exists beyond what we can see, hear, or touch. This reality is governed by energy, consciousness, and the profound interconnection between all things. It is this unseen force that shapes our experience and gives us the ability to create the reality we desire. The fact that you are reading this right now means that you are aligned with that force. You are no longer an observer of life. You are a participant. You've already begun the process of transforming your reality, and it starts with the simple recognition that you have the power to do so. Many people walk through life unaware of the incredible potential that lies dormant within them. But not you. You've awakened to something greater. There's a misconception that in order to win, you must achieve something externally, whether it's wealth, status, or success. While these things can be a byproduct of winning, true victory lies in the internal shift. When you change your mind, you change your life. And just by opening yourself up to this message, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to make that change.